Hi folks, welcome to the Yoga Wild YouTube channel. My name is Casey. I use the pronouns she, her. For this Wild in Tacoma, we are at the TACOMA Nature Center. This space is near and dear to my heart. When my family and I moved to Tacoma and everything was new, it was a big transition. Our first weekend, like the second day we were here, we discovered this place less than a mile from our house, and it was just a sanctuary. And the moment I walked through, I knew like we were going to be okay. This is where we belong. I hope you enjoy this class, Summer Yoga Water. If you are new to our channel, please take a moment to subscribe. In this class, we are invoking the cooling nature of water. So if you are feeling overheated or overworked, burnt out, then try on this practice. We'll begin with Sitali Pranayama, and it's a breathing exercise that's meant to be cooling. And it's an opportunity to calm your nervous system. It can calm your body if you are feeling like physical heat, but also if you're feeling like anger, heat, or frustration. And I'll present a couple of different ways to try this. So the first is you curl your tongue. So if you stick out your tongue, you curl it up. And that might not work for everybody. And if it doesn't work for you, just keep your teeth sealed and press your tongue into the backs of your teeth. And what we'll do with the curl of the tongue or with your teeth sealed is breathe in, and there'll be almost like a hissing sound. And when you breathe in and the air draws through the moisture of your tongue in your mouth, you'll get a cooling sensation. We'll hold at the top of the inhale and then a slow exhale out. So let's try that on. Curl your tongue or just seal your lips. Inhale, draw in. Pause. Exhale out your nose. And we'll do that a few more times, so you can try it on just like that. Or when you do the pause, that restraint of breath, you can tuck your chin into your chest, take the pause, and then lift your chin, exhale through your nose. So I'll demonstrate it that way, but we'll take a few more cooling breaths. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. And as you continue to breathe, your pace might be different than mine. That's okay. Take one more round. Nice. Make your way to your knees. We'll move into Gait Posture. As you come to your knees, send your right leg out long to your right side. I'm going to turn to face you so that I stay on my mat on this trail. And your left hip stays stacked over your left knee. Right toes point toward the front of your space. And then lift your chest so hands can come to your hips. Inhale, sweep your left hand up and lean over to your right. So let your priority be to keep your chest open, left bicep near your ear, and then reach your left fingertips over. Your right hand is light, so you're not putting a lot of pressure or anything on your knee. Take a few breaths here. Then inhale, lift yourself up. Place your left hand down. And you're going to sweep your right hand up and over and take a big stretch. Almost turn your chest up toward the ceiling or the sky. I have a beautiful view of these huge fir trees. Inhale, pick yourself up. Exhale, switch sides. Come to stand on your right knee. Send your left foot out long. Left toes point toward the front of your space. Start with your right hip over your right knee. Gait posture on this side. Bring your left hand on the outside of your left leg. Inhale, sweep your right hand up. And then lean over to your left. Again, staying open in your chest as you take this huge stretch through your right side. And in our Western culture, we tend to reward and celebrate productivity, and a lot of emphasis is put there. But when we take cues from nature, there are seasons of rest. We're right between the productivity of cleansing and planting of springtime. It's before the harvest in fall. Inhale, lift yourself up. Exhale, lower your right hand down. Take a big stretch the other way. As you move and explore in your body, you can open your chest, twist it up toward the ceiling or the sky. And then inhale, pick yourself back up. Exhale, come to tabletop. Tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. So take time to pedal your feet, bend your knees as much as you need. Press into your palms as you lift your hips up and back. Try to relax your head, again, keeping the sense of ease and rest. Slowly walk your hands to your feet. We'll meet in Ragdoll at the back of your mat. So your feet have space between them. You can keep that, a little bend in your knees as you fold over your legs. Maybe add a little sway or movement side to side. Lower your fingertips to your mat and slowly roll up to stand. Keep your gaze down. Eventually, make your way to mountain pose. You can roll out your shoulders. Take a moment here. Maybe keep the space between your feet. Press your palms together. Set an intention for your short practice, and maybe align with what it means for you to take a rest or to cool down, what you need for a break. And then inhale, fill up. Open mouth, exhale, send it out. Open your eyes, inhale, reach your hands high, big stretch up. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe hands are open wide or you pass your hands through center. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, walk your hands forward, high plank. As you walk your hands forward, stack your shoulders over your wrists. Reach your heels behind you as you send the crown of your head forward. Know that you can lower to your knees at any time. Inhale, shift forward. If your knees are lifted, exhale, lower down all the way to your belly. So elbows stay hugged in, land soft. Inhale, lift your chest. You can point your feet, press your feet into your mat. Hug your elbows in. Exhale, lower your forehead down. Tuck your toes under, with or without your knees. Inhale, high plank, press up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Slowly walk your hands to your feet. Forward fold at the back of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach your hands high, stand tall. Exhale, hands to your heart. Couple more rounds like that. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower down with or without your knees. Inhale, lift cobra or even high cobra. As you breathe here, press a little more weight into your hands. Elbows stay hugged in. And your hands are there like more to support. They're not doing all of the work. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. With or without your knees, inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Slowly walk your hands to your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand tall, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to your heart, Samastitihi. Inhale, reach up, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, high plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift cobra or high cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk your left foot in toward the center of your mat. Inhale, reach your right heel high, three-legged dog. Exhale, lizard lunge. Step your right foot on the outside of your right hand. And maybe you use your hands to help your foot forward. Lower your left knee down. We'll stay in a lizard lunge. So hands can stay grounded on your mat. Blocks might be nice here, brings the ground up a little bit to you. If you live in a bendy body, maybe bring forearms down toward blocks or your mat. And then whatever is connecting to the ground, start to press in. Lift your heart and send it through. You can keep your right thigh in close toward your right tricep, or start to flex your right foot, open your right knee. Right hand can come to right thigh and start to open your chest to your right. And as you open, although we're stretching, like this is still kind of active, really similar to summer. This is an active rest season. So you could even hamstring curl your left heel to your seat, maybe capture your foot and add a little kick. Option to even turn your heart up. And we'll be here for a few more breaths. So find the layer that works for you. And although this might be an active stretch, trying to find a little ease, a little rest, let go of resistance here. And then start to point your right knee back up. We'll transition into half pigeon. So walk your right foot over toward the left edge of your mat. Right shin is working toward parallel to the top of your mat. Just make sure your right knee is out at the right edge of your mat, not more toward the center. I like to keep my back toes tucked under. Maybe you point your foot, and then option to come down to forearms or lower your forehead to the mat. And we'll be here for about 5 to 7 breaths. Again, notice if you have habit energy, like if you're used to being productive or going or doing, if you have a regular Vinyasa practice, so slowing down might feel more challenging. And then as you're ready, start to make your way out of your variation. We'll meet downward facing dog. Step your right foot back. Bring your right foot toward the center of your mat. Inhale, lift your left heel high, big stretch up. Exhale, lizard lunge. Step your left foot outside your left hand. And again, maybe you help your foot forward. Lower your right knee down. We'll stay here for a little bit. So it might feel nice to kind of sway or move side to side. You can really squeeze your left inner thigh into your left tricep. Maybe lower down to forearms, or maybe you have blocks lift you up, but try to send your heart through. Find a little length in your spine first. And know that you can stay here or maybe start to move into the twist. Option to bring left hand to left thigh. Maybe add the hamstring curl and capture your right foot. And you don't have to connect with your foot. You can just have that curl and reach back. If you do connect, maybe even add a little kick and turn your heart up. We're here for a few more breaths. And then slowly start to transition to your half pigeon. So bring your left foot all the way over toward the right edge of your mat. You can help it over. Left knee stays wide toward the left edge of your mat, and crawl your right knee back. So staying lifted, I feel a lot more of a stretch in front of my right hip and my right hip flexors that are pretty tight lately. So lifted feels better for me today, but maybe you're on your forearms or maybe your head is connected to your mat. But I invite you, whatever shape or expression, find a sense of cooling, of releasing. Notice if frustration or agitation, any kind of heat, unwanted heat, starts to come up. You can return to our pranayama that we practiced at the beginning of class at any time. We're here for just a few more breaths. We'll meet downward facing dog. Press into your palms. Step your left foot back. Maybe add a little movement or sway side to side in your hips. Slowly lower to your knees. Make your way to Sukhasana, your easy seat. We'll just be here for 5 to 7 breaths to close out our cooling practice. And then bring your hands together at heart center as you sit tall. Remember, it's the choices you make that define who you are far more than your abilities. Thank you for choosing to practice your yoga. Lift your thumbs to your third eye center, the center of your forehead. We'll close with one final breath together. Inhale. Exhale. Thank you so much for joining me for Summer Yoga Water. If you enjoyed this video, if you feel a little bit more like rested and relaxed and at ease, then please take a moment to like, maybe even share with a friend.